this year?
I'm really excited for this year, especially for this team, and how we will respond this year. It's definitely a new team, and I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Where do you think you can personally grow this year?
Personally, I think I can grow inside the meeting rooms, just learning the fundamentals again and kind of getting back at it with Coach KB.
What's your to-do list this spring? What are things that you want to accomplish, you want to improve on as you look with a new running backs coach?
A big thing for me that I want to improve on is just working on my transitioning on the field, just being able to work on that lateral movement side to side and be able to be more explosive and obviously stay healthy this year.
How frustrating has that been the last couple of years with the health, not being able to get back to that form you had, your freshman year?
It's definitely been difficult for me, but just the way I've been motivated by my teammates and coaches and peers around here, just to continue to stay, humble and continue to go in the trainer's room and continue to get treatment has been really good.
I know sometimes it's bad luck with injuries, there's nothing you can control, but how do you try to make sure you're in the best position you can to play a full season?
Just staying in the trainer's room and trying to eat healthy, fixing my diet, and just trying to stretch more. Yeah.
It's been like working with Coach KB.
It's been really exciting. I mean, I love that dude. He's definitely an experienced coach who's been, who's been here before, and he knows a lot, and I think that he'll definitely help the RBs out this year as a whole.
Is there anything that just in the limited time with film or whatever that he said to you that really makes a lot of sense, that clicks, that might help you?
Oh yeah, for sure. We always go over our film and we break down all of our film and all the runs, and he's able to just tell us what happened on this play and what we need to do better. And yeah, he's a really smart coach that I'm really looking forward to.
Do you have one example maybe you can give us on something that he's pointed out that maybe you wouldn't have seen but you see through his eyes?
I think a really big thing is in the run game, just being able to press the aiming point more and being able to just hold the defense, accountable for their spots, so I'm able to make those transitions and make the plays out there.
What are your
about Ashton Jinky in the last couple months that he's been on campus?
Ashton, that's my guy. I love him. He's obviously a newcomer coming in, and he's definitely working hard out there, and I'm excited for him and what he's going to be able to do for this stable.
You played as a true freshman. There's a good chance he's going to play as a true freshman. What piece of advice would you give him to prepare for that first season?
Just continue to stay humble and hungry. Yes, sir.
Knowing what it takes though as a freshman to play, I mean, do you see a guy? Think he's a guy that's going to make a big impact for you guys?
I mean, for sure. I think he'll be able to contribute to this team as long as he continues to get in the playbook and learn everything off the field, and then be able to transition onto the field and just learn the basic fundamentals like pass pro and being able to run the ball.
Looking at the offense as a whole, new coaches last year, how much further ahead and where do you think you guys are ahead this year from last year at this time?
I think we definitely progressed a lot as offense, especially in the second half. Just being able to finish and just being able to transition towards this year, I think it's been a really big jump for the offense.
How does this offense replace Shaq?
I mean, it's an open competition, There's no one who has no egos or entitlements. So I think it'll be really exciting for the receiver group to come over here and just compete.
What were people saying about Shaq's 40 time last night at the combine? Was that kind of a buzz in the locker room today?
I mean, a lot of people were kind of shocked, but like me, I'm already knowing Shaq, and he's always been doing stuff like that. So that doesn't really surprise me in any way.
Ron asked you about the motivation for you, but just for this team, going 7-5 last year, and Andy said it was kind of like you guys are training like you missed Christmas or something, like you're all just, you didn't get the bowl game again. I mean, how much can you tell that chip's back on the shoulder of this team?
I mean, it just, puts us in perspective. We got to be grateful we get to come out and practice, and there's a lot of teams who can't do this because of COVID. So I think one thing that we've been emphasizing is trying to push guys. We're not trying to make it mandatory, like the vaccine or anything, but just knowing the situation and, things like canceling a bowl game is real, and we got to be able to look forward to the season and just let people know what's going to happen.
How do you become, or maybe a better leader? You're one of the old guys now. It probably happened pretty fast. What does George Holani have to do to be one of the leaders of this team and this offense?
Personally, for me, I think I just got to be more upfront with everything. especially in my position group. I talk to Coach KB about it all the time, and he tells me all the time, why am I in the back of the line, this and that? I'm like, Coach, I got to get some air. I'm a little tired. And he's like, oh, we'll give you some air. Just make sure you're up front all the time. So,
Okay.
yeah.
George, who's been impressing you behind you in your running back room?
I think there's been a lot of guys who've been stepping up, and all these running backs are, they're all impressive, especially with Cyrus and Andrew gone. I think that all these running backs are trying to get into that role and then trying to find that role where they're going to start on the field.
When you see like what KB's done in his past and the running backs he's coached and all the 1,000-yard, all the stats he's done, does that give him some instant credibility? I mean, does that excite you when you see kind of what he's done in that position?
I mean, for sure. He's coached great guys like Jay Ajayi, Doug Martin, and all these great running backs, especially at UW too. And just being able to, learn from an experienced coach, I think it's definitely going to help us a lot. And all of the running backs, we're all excited because we're like, okay, we get to do this drill. We learn new drills and new reaction drills, and it's insane.
Now look, I've never seen you come in with a helmet, so maybe you've had one that looks like that. It has a shield on it. Do you always worn one with a face mask or a plastic shield on the front?
Oh, with a visor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always wore a visor with my helmet, especially in the previous years where I've been poked in my eyes.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that's nothing going on.
Okay. I was going to ask you, is
Yeah.
it tough to get used to?
I mean, when I start sweating and stuff, it gets in the way sometimes, but I just gotta wipe it off.
What do you make of the basketball team's success this year?
I mean, the basketball team, I'm really excited for them, especially, you got basketball, volleyball, teams like those who are all winning championships. And I think that's just great for, Boise State sports. And hopefully we get one this year and, chase after that Mountain West championship.
Did Coach